Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Korner Booth podcast. I am a very raspy voiced host, Jared Clem, alongside an amazing cast of characters. I decided to be seated today. I decided to spend the entire day outside, enjoying the outdoors, then went for a mile and a half walk because apparently that was an idea while playing Xbox. Because, setting up your treadmill in front of your TV, amazing. That being said, I'm just so energized because Thursday, gentlemen and ladies, and everyone else, is the beginning of the NFL season. And usually our Labor Day show is either on Tuesday or we don't do one at all. But I figured since we're all here, I don't go on vacation for 2 weeks, and why not, right? So that being said, the NFL season starts today. So obviously it starts off in, I believe, Kansas City with the Ravens and Chiefs, and then the NFL has their first official game ever in Brazil with the Eagles and the Packers. And then, of course, the NFL season kicks off, obviously, on Sunday. But we have an amazing show. We're going to go over our six-pack picks, go over some NFL records plus award predictions and lots more. So without further ado, let me bring in the wrecking crew themselves. Joining us now, a Jets fan, a Yankees fan, I guess a Bulls fan, and one of my longest friends. He's Anthony's father. He's Jake Smigglesworth, and he's, of course, host of the revived Bets with Swagoo. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Ordazzo.
Yeah, Bets with Swagoo. We're going to be bringing that back Thursday. Got a little special announcement later on for it, but definitely excited for it. It's going to be big for the football season. I can't wait. I think everybody that enjoys sports gambling responsibly.
Mm-hmm.
I think football is their most favorite sport to do it on.
Oh, obviously, betting on baseball doesn't seem right. It seems like a whole week. Can change with the swing of a bat. Yep, and I said, my Diamondbacks are currently now down 11-4 because baseball.
Yeah, I currently. But I don't know. It's tough with baseball. It's like fantasy. It's just like not that there's no joy in it, but it's just like it's every day. Like football, I gotta wait like that week. But I'm also not a degenerate gambler. I don't have an addiction problem. I don't have to do it every day. So maybe that's why I enjoyed the football one. But there are some people I'm sure love baseball because it's every day.
Yeah, I mean the dudes who constantly gamble on baseball scare the hell out of me. Also joining us, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of baseball, a rabid Philly fanatic, a budding comedian, and has the best hair on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, our resident funny guy, Chris LaCrispy Lipoff.
Yeah.
Shout out Melvin Dew.
What's up, man? Yeah, so that video I sent you guys yesterday, the one with me at the arcade throwing the football on the pole, I sent that to Barstool, and they said they were going to post it.
No way.
Yeah, I DM'd them Saturday night. I just captioned veteran IQ, and then they hit me up. They said, "Hey, did you film this video? Own the rights to it. If so, we'd like to post it and credit you. Can you submit it to this link?" So I sent it to the link yesterday. So
fuck yeah. Sorry for the language. Hell yeah.
Did you somehow sneak the show in there? Like, oh yeah, I'm Chris from the Korner Booth podcast. I don't know.
I don't think I could put that in the content submission.
Oh, that's fair. But we could probably repost that and just be like, oh, that's our boy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just hoping
we'll figure out something. If anybody can, this next introduction, he can figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now. Did Cal win on? By the way, did Cal win on Saturday? It did. Okay, a happy Cal Bears fan, a optimistic Giants fan, and a rabid. I guess A's and Phillies fan. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, our producer extraordinaire and the baby of the Korner Booth podcast, because he's the youngest. That's really all it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Wynn.
Hey, fellas, man, look, come on, Cal Bears, baby. Want to know? We beat UC Davis next week. My Giants got to win.
I was like, the fact I didn't even know who they played. I was like,
I would like to mention real quick, Nate's upset pick hit, the one that I was going to pick too.
Sorry.
Not bad.
All right, off to a good start.
Nate, you didn't lose a game.
I'm in, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm coming
Nate,
for the crown, baby.
did you bet that parlay?
No. Oh, I can't because I'm in California, so I can't do that.
That's right.
Ah,
All right, Nate. For unintentional purposes, if you would ever like me or Matt to place a parlay in your honor, you let us know and you send us the proper fuel, and we will take care of it for you.
Oh, thank you.
All we ask is a 5% better's fee. So if you make a G, you got to pay us $50. I think that's a fair trade. Like one time we did that for Kentucky Derby. I got like $30 off it from Chris.
guys, I got a question for you while we're talking about the parlays. So I have a 3-man home run parlay going. I have Manny Machado, Cal Raleigh, and Josh Naylor. So Josh Naylor hit one earlier. Cal Raleigh just hit one off at the bottom of the first. So now Manny Machado, he doesn't have one yet, but he's in the bottom of the third. I only put down $5. So my cash out is $89.15 off $5, but the payout if Machado hits one is $660. Should I hedge or should I keep it going?
Keep it going. Let it ride.
I was like letting it ride, but I mean, I'm gonna let you make that decision because I don't want to be the fault of you losing money or
Well, it's only it's $5. So, but at the same time, I just thought like when that second one hit, I thought they were going to increase the cash out offer significantly.
Well,
they only made it by like $7 more once the second out of the third one hit.
Yeah, it's a low cut. I do have the standings up for the 6-pack.
Awesome. That's our next. I was about to go right into it next. Oh, because we'll talk about NCAA. Whatever we don't cover that wasn't gambled on, even though those very rare, like there wasn't only like 1 or 2 games that we didn't cover. So,
I hit a parlay. I would have dropped that one.
I'm so mad. I missed on all of them.
I almost hit 3 of them, but the Aggies lost because I took the Aggies because I went by the 6-pack. Probably should listen to Nate because he had the perfect bracket there. But I had Penn State, Georgia. No, Penn State, Miami, Eastern Michigan, and Northwestern.
It's not bad.
4 sweep. And then the other one I was going to hit on, I had Penn State, Georgia, Miami, and then the Aggies. And then the other one I had was Penn State, Georgia, North Texas, Aggies. So Aggies screwed 2 parlays out of the 3. So I hate College Station. Noted.
Love it.
Am I in last place?
No, it's Nate's in first. He's got 7 points. Me and you have 4. Jared's got 2.
I'm in last. I got freaking murdered this weekend.
It's because of Vanderbilt.
Vandy screwed me.
Yeah,
it was bad, dude.
It was overtime.
Dude, that was rough. And my boy's like, yo, why aren't you excited? I'm like, brother, this is literally driving me crazy right now.
Dude, I was freaking out a little bit because I thought back to A&M. I thought A&M was going to close them out end of the 4th, go back down the field. And I think they turned the ball over. The bar I was at had FiOS for some reason, so they didn't have the game, so I was kind of just banking on my phone. But yeah, the worst thing about a parlay is getting screwed by the last leg. It's the worst thing of all time. Almost every week, as far as football is concerned. Now that I'm like knowing college football a little bit more, it sucks even more. But I'll tell you what, that next hit's around the corner.
Nice, dude. I just put down $5 on BC because I had a $5 bonus bet to knock off
FSU,
and I'm going to hedge it and take FSU plus 20 because
they're minus 16.5 right now.
Dude, I know. I'm going to take them at 17.5 and see if it covers. I don't know what kind of FSU team is going to show up. BC is gnarly. Okay, can I just say, I watched them live last year. They're scrappy. They play hard. The biggest problem with BC is if they can keep the game ugly, you will win the game, or it will be close enough. But what teams like Miami did last year was they realized they're playing ugly, So they just outrun them. Florida State tried to out-ugly them, and it was like a 3-point game.
It's a big money line, then, plus
Oh,
590.
my God, yeah.
Maybe I'll touch it.
I might do like $1 bets on hedging each side, but like it's not. It was a $5 free bet I just threw down, so I was like, all right, I'll use it on the upset, whatever.
It's the perfect week this week, dude, because now we got NFL coming, and then I got at FanDuel how it has like they'll have your team on like the bar, like they'll have like all of like the sports, and then they'll put like your local teams on there. I just saw the Eagles pop up, and a smile just hit my face.
It's all right. I just did. I'm using Connecticut's newest sports book, Fanatics.
Dude,
honestly, I don't mind it. It's not bad.
It's pretty good. I had a buddy who used it. I was going to use it last year, so they had a promo. It was like if you bet like $50 on like anything, you get a free jersey off their site.
Yeah, they're not doing that this year. It's just they'll match any bet you make in the first 7 days having the app. So I started it up Saturday. So basically, I have everything. I have until Friday to do this. So I'm just throwing. I've thrown $30 in the app total, and I got hosed on the Miami parlay because they pulled Damian Martinez in the second half for an anytime touchdown. They kept giving it to Mark Fletcher. I would have hit like a $50 parlay. My beard is annoying the hell out of me right now. So basically, I was like, oh well, this sucks. I'm kind of hosed now. So either way, I'm like, screw it. I still had a good week, but it kind of sucked because I missed out on $30 because I hit Jacoby George and Xavier Restrepo touchdowns, Cam Ward over 3 touchdowns, plus an interception by Graham Mertz. And I just kept hitting my lines. And then I was like, they pulled Damian Martinez because they don't need to play him because they're up by so much. But hey, listen, boys, hell of a way to start the 6-pack. Let's go through it, shall we? Let's start with Thursday with honestly one of the best games I watched. Though there was a lot of great games, but college football started off great. First 2 primetime games of the year between FSU, Georgia Tech, and now with North Dakota State and Colorado. Exceptional. Now we're gonna all rip on Colorado about 5 minutes. Everyone here except me took Colorado. Smart.
Peter Sanders.
Yeah,
it's the New York Giants, Shitter Sanders.
Yay!
I just love how they got Big X the plug in the locker room with them dancing and celebrating. Like, y'all beat an FCS team. They may be the best FCS team, but y'all beat an FCS team. Like, let's pump the brakes there a little bit.
Haven't been a thing since Carson Wentz. I'll stand by that.
All I know is that this team, Colorado, was going to play a legit team in 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks, and they're going to get smoked.
Yeah, I mean, if North Dakota State hung on with them, I wouldn't be surprised if they get smoked. I mean, I bet for them a couple times last year. Again, didn't know college that much, but they're going to get hosed. I see a couple ranked teams on their schedule right now. They got Kansas State in a few weeks. My boy Avery Johnson, shout out Avery Johnson, dark horse, Heisman. And then the following week they got Arizona. Not sure how Arizona is, but they're ranked.
Arizona's disgusting.
Like STD disgusting, or like
they'll drop 50 on them. Disgusting.
Okay.
They have one of the best receivers in the country, and then they also have a very good young quarterback. They have a decent defense. The problem is that New Mexico was scoring in bunches, but they just outscored them. I think their receiver had 300 yards or whatever. It was something ridiculous on 22 catches. It was like an insane stat line. But either way, Arizona's going to kill them. They got to play Nebraska, and Dylan Riolo, as much as he's trying way too hard to be a Mahomes wannabe, dude is crazy. You know what? If it wasn't for the euphoric level of joy I was having watching Miami stomp Florida, I would have probably enjoyed the Nebraska game more, because Riolo looked every bit as much as like a Patrick Mahomes knockoff as we thought. If Patrick Mahomes is a Dodge Challenger, Riolo looks like he is a high-end Mustang. He's very close.
I'm a big car guy. Which team would be a Hellcat?
That's what I'm saying. Mahomes is a Hellcat.
Mahomes is the Hellcat.
He's
Big
the
Hellcat
peak
guy.
of American muscle. Camaros used to be up there, but then they started going electric. Bunch of weenies at Chevy.
Woogie.
It's all right. Now they're shutting down the electric program because it's not profitable and it is not feasible for the American power grid. That's my politics for you today. But yeah, Dylan Raiola looked incredible. Nebraska looks like they're a fun team. Any thoughts on this game besides the fact that, like, if it wasn't for Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn being insane, North Dakota State wins this game.
Yeah.
Also,
if they don't have like their weapons, obviously I don't think they win it either. There's really not much defense in this game either. I mean, I know it wasn't really crazy high scoring for a college game, but it just seemed like a lot of the field was just spaced out for Colorado.
well, they did what they were good at. They spread them out and they just like made them miss.
I think if this was like USC or Oregon or some kind of team like that, I would have been very, very impressed. Would have been singing the praises, saying Colorado is the real deal this year. But it was North Dakota State at the end of the day. It was a fantastic game, but it was North Dakota State at the end of the day. I mean, looking at those stats, I mean, Shedeur Sanders had, I think, over like 400 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Both Jimmy Horn and Travis Hunter just went off that game. I mean, Hunter with the 3 touchdowns. Jimmy Horn had, I think, like 190 something receiving yards, something like that.
It's a football name. It's just it's such a football name.
But no, it was just, I mean, offensively they were just insane. The defense is still a little weak, obviously, but I think they could be better than last year, but I'm not talking significant better than last year with Colorado. I think they still have a ways to go with their defense. And then offensively, I mean, they're going to pretty much lose majority of that team in the draft. So,
yeah,
they don't have a run game though. Colorado.
No, they don't. They had a guy.
It's just explosive playmakers.
Shout out to my boy, former host of the show, Pat Donahue. We were chatting offline. It was last night. Me and him and his brother and our boy Justin. We were chatting about this, and we were talking about the Colorado. And I was confused. I'm like, I thought they had this elite freshman from last year. And my boy Walters chimes in and he goes, yeah, dude, he transferred to like Kent State or something. I'm like, leave it to Colorado to just squander and leave like the most elite part of balancing out that offense. Because that kid was nasty. So I go back to my point. When they have to play a legit team that can run, they're screwed. This is the same argument I'm making about Boston College and Florida State tonight. Because I think that if Florida State uses their speed, they'll win. But if they try to just play nasty and play dirty in the trenches with BC, it's going to be a close game. That's why I hedged my bets. I took Florida State to cover. I took FSU. I took BC to cover. I took BC to upset in 3 different bets. Because I was like, you know what? I'm winning money one of these ways tonight.
Yeah. Hey, man. Go green.
Hey, listen, Chrissy, it's almost that time, baby. Fridays can't come here soon enough.
I know, dude. I know.
I feel so bad. My boy asked me to hang out with him. Matt knows him. Our boy Dom, listener to the show. Shout out Dom. So it's his birthday this weekend. And he's like, you doing anything Sunday? I'm like, got a wedding. He goes, what about Saturday? I'm going to a concert. I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, what about Friday? I'm like, dude, that's the Birds, baby. I've been waiting 9 months since Baker Mayfield stabbed us about 50 times saying for the watch. Because that's what it felt like to me. That game was brutal. Let's move on to the next game. Miami and Florida. Whoo! That felt good. Cam Ward is better than advertised. I did not expect what I witnessed. That was very fun. The Miami defense was much better than I anticipated. I did not see any of that happening. So I was blown away. And to be dead honest with you, I thought Graham Mertz was going to give us problems. Dude, he looked awful. He got punched in the mouth on the first drive, and that was it.
You took over.
If it wasn't for one crazy, fast, long run, I think it's by Thornton or Thompson or whatever the running back's name is, it's not even a close ball game whatsoever. So, honest reactions, Cam Ward is him. Miami's receiving core is stupid fast. They have the guys in the trenches to push around and run the football. they're a good team. Now, how good are they? We will find out when they play Florida State, when they have to play. I believe they have one more ranked game besides Florida State, but they have to play legitimate teams. So a quick game just started, boys. Take your picks tonight. Anybody think BC pulls off an upset?
No.
No.
I know you hate the
Anybody
Seminoles.
have BC covering?
What's the spread?
16.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. Why not? Just
Yeah,
in the name of Matt Ryan, you know.
Boston College is number one ranked in my dynasty, so yes, they will cover because of that.
I think Florida State covers.
I don't know. Either they're gonna kill them, and it's gonna be like that meme, like after like the embarrassment of what happened in London, or Georgia Tech's just that good, and Florida State is not. But yeah, so the only two games I see Miami having issues with, besides them having their Miami type of loss that you have every year, is I'm a little terrified of. Obviously, it's Florida State, it's a rivalry, and then going to Georgia Tech in November scares the hell out of me. Other than that, no, we're going to stomp you guys as bad as possible.
He's poor guy.
Nate, I love you. I love the Cal Bears. They have an awesome program, but this is different. I think you guys are going to and the thing is, we don't play SMU. We don't play North Carolina. We don't play Clemson. So we have an okay schedule, but it's that those two games scare the hell out of me. But Miami looked exceptional. What do you guys think about Georgia? I don't know what to make of Florida. Can't tell if they're terrible or they just got punched in the mouth and rolled over. What do you guys think?
I
think they're bad. I think Miami's defense is legit. I think they proved that this past week, obviously, just only giving up 17 points. But Graham Mertz, 11 for 20, 91 yards, 1 interception. There's just how much worse could you have gotten? They did have, now we'll give it to them. They did have 106 yards rushing on the ground, so that running game is there. But just quarterback play was awful. Miami's defense locked them up. I thought besides Cam Ward's that one little sloppy interception he threw across his body, I think he played amazingly, especially for his first game in a new program, going 26 for 35 for 385 and 3 touchdowns. Damian Martinez looked pretty good too. The receivers were great. And then let's not forget, shout out to 9-year college football veteran Cam McCormick for a 1 reception, 9-yard touchdown in the goal line.
By the way, shout out to Cam Ward for fadeaway jumper and Galen Kobe and hitting a fadeaway to drop that one in. Oh my God.
I think for Cam Ward, what I liked about him, I know you guys seen the video or seen stuff about him, how he's nonchalant. It's just his confidence is so high. He's not afraid to make those, off his back foot throws or, those Kobe-like throws that Jared, you just mentioned as well. And there's a few times he was scrambling to get yards with his legs, and he just jogged to the sideline. The defense is trying to crap on him.
Playing with him.
The swagger he has was very impressive. I think that's the takeaway I got from that. But honestly,
he's born to play quarterback at Miami. Honestly, he kind of fits that vibe, dude. Usually have a skinny white guy with a cannon, but Cam Ward kind of fits that Miami vibe a little bit. He was barking on the sideline. He was getting up and rowdy, and it was fun.
Yeah, he has the confidence. He in his press conference, he was he played in the Pac-12, as you guys know, in hostile environments. He talked about how Florida wasn't that loud to him or that effective in terms of the crowd noise.
Dude, Autzen Stadium in Washington.
Yeah,
shit. So, the amount of Gator fans I saw on my TikTok For You page over the last 4 days, it was becoming insufferable. So, shout out to my boy Ryan for sitting and watching this game with me and hanging out. Because this dude watched me just evil genius laugh during this whole game.
Yeah. Also, Ruben Bain Jr., your defensive end, he will miss Saturday's game this week. I don't know how important he is, but he will.
He's our best defensive player besides Kiko Mauinoa. Okay. But we have a bunch of dudes on the defensive line, a lot of veterans. Ruben Bain's just our young sophomore stud.
Oh, wow.
For the record, I also won the Heisman with him in our dynasty. So He had 19 and a half sacks. He's disgusting. He's absolutely incredible. But my pro comp for him is Nick Bosa.
Oh,
Yeah, like he's a freak.
Lord.
The thing is, he's got to get in a little better shape. Like a Michael Bennett, Nick Bosa hybrid. That's kind of my pro comp for him. But the thing is, he's got to get in a little better shape. But it's fine because we're going to play UAB next week. And barring what happened against Middle Tennessee State, I think we'll be okay. Miami's defensive line is disturbingly good anyway. But Ruben Bain's going to be probably out until the USF game, if not a little longer. But it's fine. As long
Then
as
you got then you got the Miami guys going over to the Florida recruits, telling them like, "Don't go there, come here."
Favorite video of the entire weekend.
I was insane. That's you beat them so bad. You told them recruits, "Hey, come over here. Don't go down there." That's man. How do you, as a program?
I'm curious to see. I want to reach out to my buddy who like covers Miami recruiting and be like, "Hey, listen, have you heard any rumblings yet? Like, I want to see if any of these Florida commits have flipped yet, because you don't have to sign till March. So a lot of these dudes might be like, maybe we go play ball at the U, man. Let's see what happens."
So how high is your? So my fault. Before Chris goes, so you beat Florida, right? And I know your confidence is like so damn high. It's actually cool to see.
Yeah, it's about a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay.
I love Cam Ward. I wish they used Damian Martinez more. I loved seeing Mark Fletcher out there. I was there at BC when he got hurt. My throat was, ask Kevin. I mean, if Kevin comes back on the show, he can attest. He was sitting next to me in the stands. My heart was in my throat. I was like, oh no. Our best running back is now injured. This kid is basically, I've called him Derrick Henry Jr. He is a monster when he runs the football. And I was terrified. Also, I want to issue a quick apology to Cam McCormick for yelling at him at the BC game. Cam, I did not realize how effed up your college football career has been. I love the fact that you're still in it. I wish you the best of luck this season. Thank you for catching one of my favorite touchdowns of the weekend. And shout out to your boy, rest in peace to Spencer Webb. I feel like a horrible human being after watching that ESPN piece about him. Some may call it a fluff piece. I may have joked about it, but honestly, it did its job because me as a Cam McCormick joking, the guy who joked about him, felt like a total asshole. So shout out to Cam McCormick for catching one of the best touchdowns of the week. Shout out to Cam Ward for just jacking up Miami fans. Also, shout out to the Miami fans who were like jumping on top of the Gator statue afterward. We have avenged our loss in 2019, which Brevin Jordan dropped a game-winning Hail Mary, which would have been the upset of the season. Then again, that team partied every night before the game. So if it was a 4 o'clock game, we'd murder anybody we played. But if it was a 1 o'clock or noon, we're screwed. It was the strangest season of all time. I may honestly write a book about that team. They should have gone 17. They should have probably gone about 11 or 12-0 if the games were at 4 o'clock. That team was loaded, and yet they could not beat anybody before 3 o'clock in the afternoon because they were still hungover from the night before. It was wild. But anyway, Chrissy, thoughts on Gators, Canes, the Battle of Florida, Part 1?
I think you guys said it all. Florida sucks. I don't have anything.
Howie Roseman might literally walk in because Howie Roseman is a Florida Gator alum. He might walk in Monday morning and goes, all right, whose salary cap am I going to F up today?
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be like, I'm going to make somebody's day miserable.
Dude, I mean, you laid it on them, dude. I mean, like, it showed. I mean, Florida stinks, dude. I mean, they haven't – has Florida been anything in, like, 10 years?
Basically, except for that one – they had, like, a baby run about maybe when they had AR. Yeah. That was the last time they were even, like, semi-good. They were, like, the 5th or 6th best team in the ACC. And the SEC.
I mean, there's a reason why I bet Miami 3 or 4 times in 4 different parlays.
All right, let's run this one quick. Chris, you get first tabs here. Let's talk Clemson versus Georgia.
Who's that running down the track?
Oh my gosh!
It's the meme machine.
Holy nothing finer in the land. There's a drunk obnoxious Georgia fan.
Yo, I'm sorry. That was pardon my French. That was an ass whooping. Woo!
Dude, I mean, they got it in the name. Georgia's got some dogs.
Dude.
It looked a little – I was a little nervous in the first half, to be honest with you. And then they found the rhythm. They turned on the Jets. I mean, Carson Beck was slinging it. I mean, they were grounding and pounding. That's what the Bulldogs do. I mean, they've been running the same formula for the past, I don't know how long, ever since Kirby Smart's been there. I mean, they are electric. I mean, Clemson got exposed. I don't even think – I mean, I shouldn't say Clemson should be a ranked team, but my God, dude.
They're 25, 24. Like, it's not that great. Shout out to McCarthy, by the way.
That's an ass kicking. I mean, they got exposed bad, dude. I mean, second half, the defense got exposed.
I was watching the game. I had the 4 screens up. I had Miami and Florida in the top one. I had Virginia Tech and Vanderbilt in the right. I think I had some random Big 12 game, and then I had that one in the bottom. And I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, my God. No. It was that because Miami, well, it was like a 20-minute delay between Miami and Georgia game. And, dude, Georgia, I'm watching this. I'm like, wasn't it like 3-3 or 7-3 at halftime? What in the hell?
6-0 at halftime, and then Georgia exploded for 20.
Oh, my Atlanta.
Yeah.
So Club League is that bad? I know you guys said it was bad, but like
I told y'all. Shout out to our boy Mason. He said it best. He watched Joe Milton versus Cade Klubnik, and he goes, Jared, Joe Milton was the better quarterback by a mile. And I'm like, that's horrifying to think about.
They ran with 6 running backs. Georgia did, outside of Carson Beck over the weekend.
Sheesh.
Yeah, not for nothing, but no, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mr. Chris.
No worries.
Oh, that was here. That's all I had. Nice. I just gonna say not for nothing about Carson Beck. I mean, 23 for 33, 278, couple touchdowns. He had a pretty good game with Georgia.
There was no.
Yeah.
It was like a Brock Purdy game. It was like you just
actually that's perfect. That's
this Georgia team is built like how the Jets have been for the last 2 years. A competent quarterback that's just efficient. Doesn't have to be spectacular. That's all they need because that defense is great. That entire team is just very well run, very well established, very loaded. Kirby Smart, fantastic coach. And they didn't need Carson Beck to be the greatest quarterback to ever live. They just needed him to be somebody that can make the reads, make the throws, put it where it's got to go, and that's exactly what he did. They destroyed Clemson. I mean, there's nowhere else to put it. I mean, they got destroyed, and Georgia's the real deal, man. I was not feeling the greatest, maybe picking Texas and then seeing them just blow Clemson out for the SEC, but still sticking with them.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. That's all.
I'm running with the horns still, Maddie. I mean, that's
I'm still running with the horns. I made my they beat it's Colorado.
Can't go back now.
It's Colorado State. I mean, they did win 15.
I mean, we could also throw in Tennessee looking gnarly as well, boys. Come on,
dude. My buddy was in Knoxville. Where they playing?
They're rookie. They're freshman quarterback.
They're playing what? Chattanooga.
Yeah, but Chattanooga is not a bad roster. But I'm telling you, just the kid. It's what you see the kid's mechanics, his form, everything looks clean. I'm like, they haven't had a quarterback looking this clean since I don't know, like Eric Berry years. It's been a while.
My volunteer days were over as I was getting out of high school and everything, so I'm not going Tennessee. I ain't volunteering my time.
Future Giant.
Balls. Oh,
why are you cursing all these players like that, Nate?
Yeah.
You guys build an offensive line. I had two of my buddies, both Giants fans, hung out with me Saturday and Sunday. 2 different guys. One, we went to the bar. They closed down early. We went to the house, watched the USC and LSU game. One came over, watched the Miami game, as well as the Virginia Tech, Vanderbilt, and Georgia Clemson. They both said the same thing to me about Andrew Thomas. And Nate, I want your opinion on this. Random thought, but they said everyone's overhyping Andrew Thomas for being a B- tackle at best. And I said, that is the realest thing I've ever heard in my life. If I have to hear one more Giants fan tell me Andrew Thomas is competent to Lane Johnson or Jordan Mailata or Tyron Smith, I will smack them.
Tyron Smith. Look, I think
You
obviously
put
my
respect on an animal of a human's name, okay?
yeah, but he's
Tyron
old.
Smith is one of the best tackles of our decade.
Yeah, but he's old. You're talking about right now.
Andrew Thomas sucks. What's your point?
Look,
His
okay.
PFS efficiency rating is okay. It's like a 79.
I would say, in all honesty, not to like, no, obviously, I love being confident in like my Giants, but I think in all reality, Thomas
He's
is
a
obviously the
great
best
number
guy on
two
the.
tackle. As in, he's a great, like, if you guys have an elite right tackle or an elite left tackle, he's a perfect number 2 for it.
He's a
He is
starter.
a great. He's the other tackle for it.
Nah, he's a starter. It's just that.
No, I'm
he's
not saying he's not a starter. I'm saying like
Yeah.
he is like so tackles. I look at like receivers. You need to have two good tackles.
Okay.
So like the Eagles have Mailata, who's a great Robin to Lane Johnson's Batman. Lane Johnson is the best right tackle in football. It's not even close. Jordan Mailata is a top 10 left tackle, and it's not even close. But is Jordan Mailata a great tackle by himself? He could be, but Lane Johnson is generational.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for me,
That's
obviously, yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I think for us, obviously, the right tackle spot is so uncertain. So I can see what you're saying
Like
in terms
you
of he's
go
the
and
best
draft
on
a
the
Joe Thomas. Andrew Thomas looks like Jordan Mailata out there because he is a great sidekick to him. That's my point there. But
yeah,
I digress. We got to keep rolling. It's almost 8:00 already. We're gonna blow through this one quickly, just like they did to West Virginia. Penn State. McAfee owes me money. I picked Penn State because I knew something was up, but then I gambled a bunch of money, and I'm really irritated about it because I don't care if it was a rain delay or whatever, but West Virginia looked flat. Garrett Green looked nervous. Penn State steamrolled them. That's all I got on this game.
They got smoked, dude. I mean, that delay was the highlight of their day. That's 7.5. I was gonna pick West Virginia too last week in the 6-pack, and I'm so glad I didn't, dude. I'm so glad. I mean, they got the butt kicked, dude. I mean, they got after the delay. I mean, there was no turning back for Penn State.
Yeah, I went West Virginia, and I listened. Jay Smith made a very compelling argument. He thought about it, and he just said, West Virginia. That was it. That hooked me. I could hear the passion. No.
Crap! I thought there was a shot there.
No, because Kelsey literally told you to take Tulane. He just said West Virginia.
Yeah. I got a bonus pick
like,
for this show.
I just needed something to give me some sort of spark to pick some crazy upset because sometimes I hit on those, and I was just trying to get on that early. And so yeah, no, I done messed up. I knew when that game was in a delay. So when that game was in a delay, I really thought, wow, this is going to be like the Ravens Niners Super Bowl where all of a sudden the Niners made a big comeback, and I was expecting a close game. And I checked the score a couple hours later. I was like, they picked up where they left off, which was just to double their score what before was delayed. So yeah, I'm not going West Virginia for a very, very, very long time.
No, Country Roads.
Maybe next year.
Is Drew Aller good or no?
Take me.
No.
He's good. No, I don't know if he's
good
like,
to not against like Ohio State or Michigan.
Yeah, if he's gonna play like compared to like a Will Howard, Cam Ward, Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers, Shador. No. Is he a great? Program. Is he good compared to like a McNamara over in Iowa? Sure.
They scored a touchdown over there.
Yo, they dropped 40 on a D2 team. Let's relax.
Yeah.
Is he going to be better than Christian Hackenberg in the league? Probably.
Christian Hackenberg basically is me and Matt blackout drunk throwing the football around the yard.
You miss him, Matt?
No, this man made one. He never made a start in the NFL. He made one start, and I think it was it might have been the XFL or maybe
USFL.
Yeah, and he got benched. Like listen, I knew his career was going downhill when I saw the video of him and like Trace McSorley having a throwing competition. I was like, who wants to see that? Who is sitting there like, oh, Christian Hackenberg or Trace McSorley are duking it out right now in the field? Yeah, let me go tune into that live. Nobody, not one person. I do not miss that man. I am so angry still we took a second rounder on him. Could have got him in like the 6th. Could have got him in the 5th.
He played for the Eagles. What?
Yeah,
Well,
he was our third string for like a month. I don't know.
played.
Shit.
He was our third string for like 2 years.
Will we move it on to the crumb buckets of football?
Should we just
Do
get
we
the
even need to talk about it? I mean, I told you how much I hate Brian Kelly.
dude?
I hate Brian Kelly.
Oy.
I'm telling you, that was not
targeting-
Nussbaum. That was Dr. Nussbaum.
The targeting at the end of the game led to a touchdown. I mean, we lost in LSU fashion. We lost week 1, I think, for the past 5 years.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
Kelly up.
we lost to a guy with 2 last
probably
names.
Mike or
we got-
it's probably Mike or Blaine.
We got
We got
trolled.
lost.
We
We lost
got
to Ricky.
trolled by USC. We literally got trolled. They were doing when we won the national championship 2019, we were doing like that to get the GAT.
Yeah,
They did that in the locker room, USC. I'm like,
I'm not upset over. I thought overall
the
Garrett
defense played
Nussbaum
well
had
too.
defense played well. Defense played very well,
I mean,
except
there
like
was-
you said.
Miller Moss was slinging it, but like it was a close game. I mean, it wasn't like we were getting blown out.
No, it was a heavy defensive game for probably like 80% of it. Like it was just back and forth. It was just like classic football. It was just defense heavy. Whose offense is going to break through first, and that just happened to be USC. That targeting call, just undisciplined defense at that point, which led to that drive. I mean, Nussmeier overall, I thought he looked pretty good with his first game. You know, taking over for Jaden Daniels, 29-38, 304, 2 touchdowns. He did have that interception late, which that's when I think they just switched him out with Dr. Nussbaum instead of Nussmeier.
Yeah,
Because he just fumbled that one up. But I mean, Emory looked good for coming back. And Kyron Lacey looked great.
Kyron Lacey is just unreal, dude. He is
he's a star.
sensational.
Looked
Dude,
just heavily involved in the beginning. Just looked very good. I mean, I
the
think
problem is you guys are Brian Kelly's head coach. That's
it's
my
like it's not a bad team on paper, and like that defense would look great. So it's not a bad team on paper. It's just the fact that this is a game you needed to win. You just needed to get off hot. And you can't be having these bonehead mistakes. That's how you're going to find yourself at like 9-4, missing the playoffs because of that. And Brian Kelly smacking his little hand on the table. Well, that looked pretty bad.
This is how much I hate Brian Kelly. He left Notre Dame. I saw this on Twitter. Marcus Freeman's head coach record at Notre Dame's 20-7. Brian Kelly's head coach record at LSU 20-7. I hate him. I do. I just hate the dude.
LSU
I want
better recruits. They don't have they have better weather, better budget, and they don't have academic restrictions.
and he's slamming. It was so funny watching that post game interview, watching him slam his fist on the table. Where's the
confidence now for you guys now in terms of LSU? Are we?
I knew as soon as we took the lead late in the fourth, we were going to lose the game, because this is what happens when we played the Seminoles 2 years in a row. We got our ass kicked the first time, I think we did, and the second time we kept it close. We ended up blowing it. The only hope I have is we got those 3 home games against Ole Miss, Alabama, and I think Oklahoma. I think it's the third team we have the home game against. If one of those 3 games are away, we would already have 2 losses. You know, I'm not in the water yet, but I'm going to be in the water in the next couple weeks after we play a ranked team, because we can't close out games to save our life.
At least you guys have Nichols next, whatever school that is.
Yeah, Josh Nichols University.
I was going to say, the next 4 games, though, we have Nichols, South Carolina. We do have your guys, UCLA, and then we have South Alabama. So the next 4 games are significantly a lot easier compared to going against maybe USC right now. So I still feel like we could go on a run and be 4-1 in the next handful of weeks. But it's just, then you're going to have these ranked games come up, and like, what are you going to just beat the unranks and lose to the ranks? And
just Google.
I don't know.
Just Google Brian Kelly's record against top 10 ranked teams. 4-13.
What's the last? Oh, we have talked Texas A&M Notre Dame. Oof, okay.
This is since 2010. 4-13. He is like the 2011 Buccaneers. That's a 2011 Buccaneers record with like Josh Freeman. Weird analogy, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
I want to circle back to the Aggies and the Irish. Texas A&M doing Texas A&M things. I should have known better than to pick A&M against any team with an actual offensive line.
The Irish.
Yeah, as much as I despise and hate Notre Dame, that shouldn't have swayed my picking. That's on me.
Dude, I can't believe Notre Dame won that game. And I'm going to tell you why. Is because the Aggies, every year, they always beat that one-ranked team that I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? This team could surprise me a little bit. It's usually Alabama for some reason. They usually have Alabama's number. Not all the time, but it's sometimes. I thought they were going to beat the Aggies, dude. I thought I was going to walk away. I texted all my friends saying I just hit 3 parlays because the Aggies are going to win this game. And then they couldn't get anything going. They looked flat. They looked bombarded. They looked like they didn't even want to be on the field. I was disappointed.
Dang, 12 of 30 for Weekman?
Yeah.
And
dude, they stunk.
Dang.
13 points at home. I mean, Notre Dame didn't play much better. They just got ran all over by Jeremiah Love. He had, I think, 14, 15 touches, 90 yards and a touchdown. I mean, they got exposed at home, but I thought College Station. I looked at the stadium pulse. I believed. That's why I took the Aggies. My stadium pulse was going off.
That's why they got demoted to like 12th toughest from first as 12th, I think, in the toughest places to play rankings. Your Tigers are number 1.
Yeah. Yeah. You just can't.
I mean, it was just a terrible game, just overall. I mean, even both teams' quarterback play was just not there. I mean, the Notre Dame capped out at 158 yards, no touchdowns or anything like that. He had a couple rushing touchdowns, bunch of field goals. A&M looked atrocious. There's no other way to put it. They look like a horror. They just looked terrible. Notre Dame got that one. I mean, shout out to them, but I mean, Texas A&M looked like they didn't even want to play.
Yeah, it was. They stunk. Like it was just bad. Jared, I know you probably want to say something, but
this game was awful.
I can't believe we all picked them. I knew Nate picked Notre Dame, but I can't believe we just all said, "Hey, roll Aggies."
Riley Leonard. Just kidding. I know he didn't play well. I know.
This was
touchdown,
like,
Jesus.
You ever seen the episode of The League where Ruxin and Andre race and Andre only wins because Ruxin trips himself?
Yeah.
Yes, this is how that game felt to me.
I could see that.
This was the moron bowl. This was literally two teams who cannot score even if there was no defense. Somebody had to win the damn game. Neither of these teams will be a top 10 team by the end of the season. Everyone's like, "Oh, Florida's bad." No. A&M's worse. I will die on that mountain.
Yeah. Real quick, when I was 17 years old, I was in school playing, going to classes and stuff. Meanwhile, Ryan Williams at Alabama is catching 2 touchdowns on 2 catches for 130 plus yards. And he's only 17 years old. Must be nice. Be nice.
Yeah, you're at that age where you're like, oh man, look, same age as this and that person. You're like, oh man, look what I'm doing in my life. He's making $14 million. Here I am doing this.
I think I'm 2 days younger than Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'm the same age, I think, is Justin Jefferson, I think. And then I actually DM'd him drunk one night. I said, "Hey, I had a Linsanity run in college. You're a national champion. Who's got a better legacy?"
I'm saying because Amon-Ra. No, I'm not.
Right.
Jamar Chase. Sorry.
All right. Upset and gimmies. My gimme missed, so I lost a point. That was the Weenies in Blacksburg, Virginia.
I think you're the only. Matty had a gimme too. He had Michigan.
Your gimme lost?
Yes.
Yeah, they lost in overtime.
I feel like that happened like a handful of times last year too.
No, your gimmies lost last year a lot.
Oh,
We were
I
catching
lost
up.
one gimme left. I usually don't miss on gimmies. That's why I was pissed.
We were down 8 at one point last year, and we're like, "Don't let us get hot." And then I think I lost like 4 in a row, and I said,
Yeah,
"I'm
don't
tanking
let-
for
I got hot and I lost by 4. I think to
I'm
you.
tanking for Caleb
Yeah.
Williams." I think
So
Yeah,
now you're tanking for Shador Sanders.
yeah, no, dude, I'm in the mix now. It's a different ball game this year.
I know. I'm in last place right now. All right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll flip next
I
week.
we
missed
actually
it.
have to, all right, so we actually have to get a graphic up about this. So somebody, if it's me, Nate, somebody, just get a graphic up for our six-pack standings. We'll send to post it every either me, Matt, or Chris will post it.
I'm gonna post my video too of me at the arcade. I feel
Oh, I
that'd be-
need you to, and I need you to tag Barstool.
yeah, I feel like that'd be good. I put it on TikTok already. That's on TikTok, but yeah, because I DM'd them and I'm like, hey, I just DM'd them. I was just put caption veteran IQ, and they're like, we'll post it for you. I'm like, sick. Still waiting. So if they do, that'll be hell of a repost for the account.
Hell yeah.
Wait, do I get a gimme this week or no? Or am I? Because I know I only did the.
No, you had to take an upset because you didn't pick an upset in the
Yeah, me
first
and you didn't pick a upset.
So you only get a gimme if you take an upset inside of the 6.
Yeah, because
Did
you
I
picked.
did I do that or no? I don't know about this. I'm
Nah.
still.
Oh,
I'm
so
in
you-
first.
I,
So
Trust me,
yours
dude,
hit. That's why you're in first
I didn't get the
place.
hang of this until like week 13. So you got time.
All right, Ben.
We were a lot
Your
Yeah,
smarter.
upset hit.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you
Yeah,
lose
I,
this week, dude.
I have to continue with upsets this week.
No,
We'll,
you don't have.
we'll go over on Thursday because now we have NFL ball, which makes it even more fun.
Go Giants! Whatever the spread is and whatever that works.
Giants.
Nate's just gonna pick the Giants every week, and he's gonna
Heck
hit like
yeah.
1 or 2, and it's gonna keep him going.
We're not
All right.
losing to Minnesota.
All right.
All right, we'll let that one roll. All right, Maddie, your time to shine, brother. Bets of Swagoo. What's going
All right,
on?
that's Swagoo. Oh, we're gonna big screen me, aren't we? Oh boy. All
Big
right.
screen him.
I
Big
see what
screen him.
Chris. I see what you're saying.
I
All right,
hate
that's
it. That's fine.
Swagoo. We started this up earlier in the spring, doing some baseball, some basketball, some hockey stuff. But we all love football. That's what we want to bet on. That's what our bread and butter is. That's our favorite sports. That's what we want to spend our money and make our money on is football, and that is college football and professional football. So starting on Thursdays going forward, we're going to bring back the Bets of Swagoo segment. We're going to do usual everything. I might have some parlays. I'll definitely have some props for you. We'll be looking at some spreads, some money lines, some anytime touchdowns, all that good stuff, over-unders. What I want from everybody else that's out there watching this right now, I would like for you guys to comment on this post. I want you to put down what your favorite NFL team, maybe even college team. We could even do 2 at the same time, but definitely put down your favorite NFL team. And at the end of every Bets of Swagoo segment, I plan on doing a special same-game parlay just dedicated towards a random comment of somebody's favorite NFL team. I want to try and do a different team each week, and I'll pick them randomly from the comments. So put down who your favorite team is, and I might just highlight you at the end of a Thursday night on Bets with Swagoo. So tune in every Thursday, 7 p.m., YouTube, the Korner Booth podcast, 7 p.m. Eastern time, that is.
Yeah.
Troll.
Giants.
Right.
I hope someone comments the
Stop
Giants.
it. This
What's
is
up,
getting
baby?
sad now.
What's wrong with that? You could do this. Matt, you could do the same game parlay for my Giants.
Oh,
Okay.
you can as long as you don't. As long as you have them covering, not winning.
Ah. Well, we could do both.
Yeah,
if you want.
it's gonna be like Giants are gonna be playing like the Chiefs. Something like, all right, well,
Plus 24. Got it. I take it.
take the 14.5 spread.
All right,
I
we're not
love
going to go crazy on NFL preview tonight because that is Thursday. Thursday, we're going to go. Obviously, we broke down all the divisions, made our picks. Shout out to Nate, by the way, for suggesting that because it also made the offseason go so much faster. So, Nathan, shout out to you, sir.
Yeah.
And by the way, your thing should say "Go Cal, go Golden Bears," because right now I think you're a Chicago Bears fan.
Oh heck no, nah. Hell no.
By the way, can we talk quickly while Chris is in the can? Can we talk about how the Bears Hard Knocks had me intrigued for all of 20 minutes?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to watch the last 3 episodes.
Same. Well, also then Lord of the Rings of Power came out last week, and that just took up all my attention.
I just
Being a
watched
Lord
the
of
first
Rings
couple.
nerd, I have literally in the center of my Funko collection. There's a one of a kind, one of 1,000 Aragorn with a glow in the dark sword. So I'm literally getting the sword from Lord of the Rings up here with a bunch of elven writing and smoke because I am that big of a nerd for that movie series. Shout out to my dad for getting me hooked on that. But yeah, no, that is besides football. Somebody's like, what are the 3 things you get nerdy about? I'm like, football, baseball, football, college football, baseball, and then Lord of the Rings. Everything else is kind of like, eh. Like Star Wars, eh. Disney kind of ruined it for me. And then Marvel, once again, Disney ruined it for me.
Yeah, Marvel, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do anything.
Well, I mean, they do have a new Thor movie coming out. I think it's with against Hercules is the main villain. I'm gonna watch because that's my favorite superhero. But I'm like skeptical. I'm like, sure.
Was not a fan of the most recent Thor. Thought it was a good movie.
I watched it on Saturday. I watched it and I was like, or no, it was Friday. I watched it. I was like, oh, this is not fun. I don't like this.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was not my favorite Thor. I think Ragnarok is in Love and Thunder.
Ragnarok is the GOAT. That is the best one. All right, Maddie, you suggested we run a segment for the rest of the show regarding our NFL picks. Let the folks know, what are we doing here?
All right, so I've just been seeing a lot of just this pop up online, and it just seemed like a lot of fun. And it's just pretty much right before the season starts. Season's Thursday. It's about 3 days away. Let's just go over who we think is going to be the NFL season award winners this year. So we're going through MVP, offensive, defensive rookie of the years, defensive and offensive players of the year, comeback player, and the coach of the year. I just thought this would be fun. Early predictions. We can start with MVP. The safe bet for me is Patrick Mahomes, but that's not a lot of fun. I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to go CJ Stroud for 2025 MVP. I mean, loaded offense with Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Diggs. You got Pearson, Mixon, Schultz. There's no reason why he shouldn't have a fantastic sophomore season, and I got him as my MVP right now. The odds are – I don't know what the odds are, but I know he's not the favorite, so he's pretty penny if he plays a little bit something now. I don't know what you guys go around the horn. Who you guys think your MVP is going to be?
Give me a dark horse. Give me Jared Goff.
Ooh.
Detroit is going to be a wagon this year. And so Stroud is my prediction as well. I'm kind of pissed Matt took that from me. Everyone's thinking it's Mahomes or Hurts. Now, listen, Hurts is going to have a great season. So is Mahomes. So is Lamar. So is Joey B. Josh Allen, I think he's going to have a rough year this year. I think he's going to have to rely on Haley Steinfeld to keep his brain working. But also, you have only Keon Coleman as your only weapon. I think it's kind of a scary prospect. That being said, I think the Texans are going to go probably 15-2 this year. And CJ is going to just help them. They don't really have a weakness. They have some lesser than amazing spots on their roster, but D'Amico basically built a team off of rejects that were probably could have played one more year at their spots. The Joe Mixons, the Cam Akers, Stephon Diggs, Danielle Hunter. All these guys probably have 1-2 more years left in the tank. The Texans are my AFC favorite. Like, I think they go 15-2. Because CJ might like your third best receiver is Nico Collins.
Maddie's going to like mine.
Nice.
John Mechie's your 4. What the hell is that? Yeah. Dameon Pierce starts on 8 or 9 other rosters, their number 1 running back. He's their 3.
So my pick, my realist pick, if that's what we're doing, I'm going to take Joe Burrow.
Nice.
My dark horse pick is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Nice.
One more MVP for Aaron. I love it.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Nate?
I'm going to go Josh Allen. Dark horse, I will go with I don't know, man. I'll go Jordan Love. That's my dark horse.
I like that.
Everyone's on this Jordan Love hype train.
I'm not. I'm hype. If things go
It's a dark
right,
horse. It's a dark horse.
I know it is. I know, but like I took his competitor in this division because Jared Goff's proven.
Oh yeah,
Jordan Love is
100%.
not. All right. Offensive player of the year. I'm gonna start off. My favorite is Saquon Barkley. Behind an elite offensive line. And the fact that he does not have to be the focal point of the offense, because that's AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts and Smith and Jahan Dotson. He's the counterpunch. So now they can't pack the box on him. They can't do 10 in the box anymore. So Saquon might run for 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. Because here's the thing. Nobody's going to jack his carries. Shipley and Gainwell are change-up backs. They're great for one drive when Saquon needs a breather. And as long as he stays healthy, keyword, that entire team basically is just setting him up to say, hey, Saquon, do what you do best and don't get hurt. And you'll probably get us in the playoffs by you being the third option. He's the third option on the Eagles offense. It's AJ, Smitty, and then it's Saquon. And congratulations, Saquon. You are living every running back stream right now. Elite offensive line, a system that promotes running the football downhill instead of, hey, there's a guy that's going to tackle you 4 yards in the backfield. If you break free, you're going to have a 20-yard run.
Mine, my offensive player of the year, I'm going to go another dark horse. I'm going to go Bijan Robinson.
Ooh. No, by the way, there's only one pick for OPY. MVP, we get the 2 picks because it's the big award. But
okay.
Yeah, but I like the Bijan. Honestly, you should roll Bijan.
Dude, I'm liking Kirk there because he's a check down king.
I would too. But the fact that I passed him up for AJ Brown last night, and me in Kelsey's league, I got some words for that one.
Yeah, I like that pick for you. He was somebody that I was looking at as well. No more Arthur Smith. There's going to be no more games where he gets maybe 3 carries a game and he just gets shelved and he's healthy and there's no reason why he should be on the sideline. But new offense, new coach. Kirk Cousins obviously a lot better of a quarterback than Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke, so I think he'll have an increase in production. I'm going to stay on the same position that you guys are going off of. I'm going to go actually Breece Hall. I like Breece Hall as a potential offensive player of the year candidate. That the man's just a freak of nature running back, and that offensive line has significantly improved over the last couple of years. And as long as he stays healthy, I think he's just going to run through the gaps and I think it's going to just be utter chaos on offense in a good way for us. So I'm going to go. Bijan was my pick, but to be different, I'm going to go Breece.
Top 5 fantasy pick too.
Well, we're all going running back, so I'm gonna go Devin Singletary. The Giants have a better option.
No, wait.
No way. That's real. Yeah, that had to be him saying no.
None of us went Homer, though. Well, actually, Matty just did. But that's the realest Homer pick. The realest Homer pick, Devin Singletary.
No, in my defense,
I never take him in fantasy for a reason, Nate. I never take that dude in fantasy because he is so disappointing to me.
I know.
In my defense, I went Homer pick because you took my pick.
Yeah, I mean, but Nate, the thing is, that could pan out.
Nate, you're one of the smartest people I know when it comes to football. Please, you drafted, by the way, Benson last night in the draft, and I was at the bar and I almost threw my bar glass. I was like, "Fuck."
I knew it. See, I knew it.
So mad because me and my boy were talking about it in the chat, and I was like, "Dude, of course this mother effer is going to basically make me throw something through a wall."
Yeah, I mean, because obviously the James Conner situation and all that. That's why I picked him. But no, in all seriousness, I will go with CeeDee Lamb. I know he just got paid and everything. And it's a bit scary because people that get paid usually don't perform very well. But I think CD will be just fine. He's obviously the best receiver in Dallas. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with CeeDee Lamb.
Nice.
Lambing off. I got Lamb in the draft.
CD is going to break receiving records this year, as long as Dak stays healthy.
Oh yeah.
Or as long as he stays healthy. I'm really worried. The problem is Dallas is really trying to say, "Oh, hey, we have one great receiver." All right. Defensive player of the year.
I already got mine on lock. TJ Watt.
Nice. I was afraid you were going
to say Matt, are you going to say Hassan Reddick?
No, I'm not going to say Hassan Reddick. I don't think it's impossible that he shows up before the season starts because he's going to start losing game check fines if he continues to hold out. And I just found out that apparently if he doesn't show up, his contract is tolled, which means I guess he's going to be under contract next year with us.
Hey.
So I might as well come back. Anyways. I'm going Aiden Hutchinson. I think he makes a third-year leap, and I mean, he's already a real deal, but I think he just has a lights-out season this year, and he gets to be the Defensive Player of the Year.
Give me Sauce Gardner.
Oh,
Elite lockdown. He's the best quarterback in football. I think he's going to have one of those seasons because the Jets are going to score points. As long as Rodgers and Hall stay healthy, there's going to be a lot of games where the Jets are up, and teams are going to have to throw the ball, and you're going to have to throw it at some point on the Sauce's side. And I think guys are going to underestimate themselves. As much as I love to throw it like a Slay or a freaking what's his face out of Diggs down in Dallas. Nah, give it to me the best actual corner of football. Give me
Dude, I got a mosquito
Sauce.
here that you getting bit by.
I'm gonna go with Max Crosby from the Raiders. I think I'm gonna go with him. I know it's a bit off, but I believe in him. I'm gonna go Max Crosby.
All right.
I don't think that's a bad pick at all.
Oh.
Mad Max is on that boy. All right. Everyone go?
Yeah.
All right, offensive rookie of the year.
Malik Neighbors.
Caleb Williams.
I honestly don't hate that. You know,
Yeah.
You know where I'm going? I'm going Marvin Harrison Jr.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. True.
Trey Benson, Arizona Cardinals. He's going to run for 1,000 yards this year because James Conner is going to get hurt like week 2. They're going to put Benson in. He's going to run for like 120 yards on 6 carries. And they'll be like, oh, Kyler, here's a running back who runs faster than a 4.7. Here you go.
And doesn't get hurt. Here you go.
If it's not him, I am a big proponent of Jermaine Burton up in Cincy as their new slot guy. I am him and Xavier Legette are like my 2 intriguing rookie receivers that I love. But give me Trey Benson as like the surprise. There's always one surprise rookie running back every year. I think it's Benson in I would say Brooks down in Carolina, but you have to deal with Chuba Hubbard, who just eats carries.
Plus he's hurt.
And I don't think that team's going to be scoring. I think that team's going to be behind the line. They're going to wind up.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw. So that's why I said Legette, because I think Legette is A.J. Brown 2.0.
I kept it safe with mine. I wound up going Caleb Williams. There's just the weapons that he has at his disposal. There is no reason why he shouldn't be successful year 1. So I'm automatically just playing it safe with that one.
I just went fun, okay?
Shout out to Ricky.
You went fun. I went safe.
Shout out to Ricky Pearsall, by the way. He's okay from that check.
Yeah.
Gotta hear he's doing okay. By the way, if y'all is going to rock, Ricky Pearsall got shot in San Francisco, a.k.a. the crappiest city in our country, over a robbery over a Rolex, according to Shannon Sharp. So
the shooter was 17. You know where he was from?
Your town?
Their football team sucks, too. So
Fudging stupid, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, that city is a absolute crap hole. A buddy of mine said, a buddy of mine offered me he was like, yo, I got a discounted tickets to go fly to San Francisco for like a business trip. You want to come with me? It was like a +1. I got an extra ticket. I'm like, no. He goes, why? I'm like, I would rather run through Baghdad wearing a Jewish star than freaking go through San Francisco, which maybe is a little offensive to some people. But, yeah, I'm more safe in the Middle East than I am in San Fran. To me, I hear nothing but bad things. I hear nothing but dudes getting stabbed, robberies, they're closing down businesses. It scares the hell out of me. And now you got an NFL star getting shot in the middle of daylight.
He's out for the first 4 games on the injury or non.
He's out for the first 5. Dude got shot.
Yeah, thankfully he's okay. He walked away from the scene too. They did have the video with him walking with paramedics to the ambulance. So thankfully he is in stable condition, is going to be just fine.
He's a tough dude.
Yeah,
for sure.
Much respect to Ricky. I'm happy he's recovering. He's already out of the hospital. He's home. Good to hear. Yeah. All right, who hasn't gone yet for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
I think we all did.
All right, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to start off. Keaton Mitchell, baby. He has made a late push to get the number 2 corner job in Philly. next to Slay with Isaiah Rodgers in the slot, which is terrifying because that means this kid is a nightmare. The fact that AJ Brown called him like really scarily good makes me think this kid is gnarly. Also, I loved everything I saw on tape. You guys watched me on the draft special when we drafted him. I was jumping for joy.
I got spoiled because Jared's TV was way ahead of mine.
Sorry about
You mean
that.
Quinion? You said Keaton. I think you meant Quinion Mitchell.
Quinion Mitchell. I don't know why I said Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell is the running back for the Ravens who the injury cost me a fantasy championship. Quinion Mitchell. So he's my defense rookie of the year prediction.
I'm going to go same position, different team. I'm going to go Terrion Arnold, cornerback on the Detroit Lions. I think the Lions defense has taken a huge leap this year, and I like Terrion Arnold over there. I think he can compete for that defensive rookie of the year spot.
Taking Jared first.
Ooh.
I'm going all
sleeper for AD.
I'll go Liatu Latu from the Colts.
Awesome.
Fair two.
All right. Last but not least, the Alex Smith Award, comeback player of the year.
Oh, you
Daniel
know I'm
Jones.
going. Oh, Jesus. Well,
No, seriously. No,
Nate's-
I'm
Well,
serious.
Nate, no, Matt's going to take mine because I was going to take Ron, but apparently, yeah.
Yeah, we all know. I mean, you could take him. I'm not budging on that one. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna. I think that deal is that award is already in the hands of Aaron Rodgers. They just need the season to end and him to stay healthy. So I'm gonna go Rodgers clear cut.
Give me a sleeper then. Give me Nick Chubb. Squad. Yeah. To quote our friend Jacob Smith of the Jockstrap Sports Podcast, shout out to our boy Jacob, said, "Dude, squatting 600 pounds on one leg. I think he'll be okay." I'm like, "All right, Jacob, I got you."
He's gonna be this. Nice.
35-year-old coming off season-ending injury. Give me Kirk.
Give me Deshaun Watson.
Do you like that?
Yeah, you're taking NFL Bill Cosby. Congratulations, Nate.
Jones not even on the odds. Tim Patrick's ahead of him.
Maybe Chubb will be this year's Joe Flacco and steal it.
Back-to-back horrific knee injuries.
A man's catching strays left and right tonight.
Give me my dark horse will be Joe Flacco. He starts by like week 8. Another injury. Finishes the year out, playoffs.
Dude, Wendy's needs to come out with
Flacco! Colto! It's the greatest video.
It's actually on the Colts now, which makes me even happier.
Dude,
and I don't know if we're really counting it or not. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off again.
No, you're good. I was just saying Wendy's needs to come out with a Flackinator burger.
Yeah. Son of Flackinator.
Son of a Flackinator. I buy
I
that
mean, they dropped a SpongeBob menu, which has me hype as hell.
Oh, yeah. I am excited for that, the Krabby Patties. I'm not sure if we're taking account for it, but Coach of the Year, I'm going Jim Harbaugh. I think Chargers could be a little more competitive than people think. It doesn't have to be like a 10-11 win thing, but I think if he can do some good wonders with Justin Herbert in his first year, I think he could win his second Coach of the Year award.
Oh, by the way, another sleeper for comeback player of the year. Give me J.K. Dobbins in L.A.
I hope he stays. He's electric when he's healthy.
I drafted in my family league, and I'm kind of hoping my cousins to take the deal I just offered her because I'm trying to swap C.J. Stroud and J.K. Dobbins for one of her running backs. And no, I'm trying to get Hurts and Dobbins for Javonte Williams and Stroud. I think that's a fair deal.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, I mean, you're probably getting – so she would be getting Javonte Williams, right?
Be getting Javonte Williams and Stroud. I would be getting Hurts and J.K. Dobbins.
I mean, I would keep Hurts over Stroud, but at the same time, like Javonte Williams is, in my opinion, a much safer option at running back.
I'm totally taking a gamble on this one. This is all about to get Hurts.
Yeah,
because
I mean, they could be
my fourth running back. So like, I don't care, but like, I think Dobbins has the potential to be like a 1,200-yard rusher.
Yeah, I mean, Javonte Williams. I mean, they're both like injury. They're both two running backs that can get injured at any point in time of the season. But Dobbins has missed more seasons than I can think of for a running back as of late. So I think Javonte Williams is the more safer choice. So that could be the edge in your favor if she does see that. But
Thing is, I swear to God, her boyfriend, who's I think from PA, is in her ear saying, "Don't trade him, don't trade him."
Hey,
Shout out to Rob.
DJ like this one. I might. Well, I mean, I already picked Kirk, but
Coach of the year. Give
Like
me loudmouth himself. Give me Nick Sirianni. Got that dog mentality. All right, listen. Turns the clock around. Eagles get 13, 14 wins. We about it. Let's go.
I was having a great time in the draft, and I was like in the chat for them when they were live high-low, and I was like, Jared took AJ Brown. I was like, is he going to make it 2 for 2? Is this Jalen Hurts? And all of a sudden it was Jalen Hurts, and I was going crazy.
Dude, I did that on purpose because I was like, I probably could have got him in the 3rd round, but I was like, you know what? Every time I wait, I get burned. And I was like, let me just do something fun because I didn't like any of the guys who were available. I had the worst pick in the draft. I hate being on the back end of the 1st round, like 7 or 8 in a 12-man. It's the worst. So I was like, you know what? I got my receiver 1. One of the running backs is going to fall to round 3. Let me go get AJ. Let me go get Jalen.
I'm a big stack believer, taking I've got one league I got Mahomes Kelsey, another league I've got Hurts Barkley. Like I'm all for double dipping in some of the team players, like little powerhouses right there. Like I'm not going to go out there and take Anthony Richardson and Adonai Mitchell. No offense to DJ or Colts fans, but like that's not the powerhouse heavy hitting duo that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I mean the other thing I was talking about was how I didn't watch. I was at the bar last night, so I didn't get to watch their stream. What was Kelsey's reaction when I drafted Hurts?
I was a little delayed, but I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines of like, as expected, Jared taking his Eagles early. Well, last year they did steal him from us.
Yeah, they did steal him from you and me. So we are like, you know what? Nope, I'm taking it away. All right. Who didn't take Coach of the Year? I think Nick Sirianni. Chris and Nate didn't go yet. So, Chris, I cut you off 4 times tonight. You go.
I'm going to take Shane Steichen.
Colts-o. Flacco.
Cool Joe. Anthony Richardson's back. I think he's going to have a great year. I think the Colts are going to be, I think they're going to be a sleeper team this year. Obviously, I don't think they can contend for the bowl yet, but I do think they're going to be a wild card team at least. I think they're going to make some noise. Steichen was a good offensive coordinator with the Eagles. He had a good year last year. I think they even had Gardner Minshew, last year as well. So I am rolling with Steichen. He's my pick.
14-0 Boston College right now.
Wait, really? Wait.
They have the ball, and it's 8:52 in the 2nd quarter.
This is insane.
Castellanos.
Yo, Castellanos is dirty.
He did it. Okay, all I need. Wait. Actually, no, I can't. Oh, shoot, I can't say that. Never mind.
Yo, Castellanos is actually kind of nasty. DJU is maybe the worst quarterback in FSU history, and I had to watch DeAndre Francois post drug charges. All right, Nate, who's your Coach of the Year candidate? And we'll get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dave Canales from Carolina. You can't be that bad again, seriously. And he's a great. He came, as a great OC from Tampa.
With a layup logic. Come on, Nate. You gotta say I believe in Xavier Legette and Jonathan Brooks and what was it? Javon Stevenson, their new tight end. Jordan Matthews, their new tight end. By the way, shout out to Jordan Matthews for never saying die.
Yeah, he's still out there. He's
their starting tight end week 1.
That's how that's how bad things are. But I believe in them. I think they'll get to.
Oh, you want to take shots? Okay. Who y'all tight end right now?
Who am I?
Yeah, didn't Darren Waller just retire? Because
no. I'm saying that that's how I didn't know I'm not. No.
I don't know. Don't be taking shots at my boy J-Matt, all right?
I respect it. He's still in the league, man.
Boy.
J-Matt's awesome, dude. I met him one time at a condo. He had 2 chicks around his shoulders, or around his arms. I met. I was
he's like Tyus Boyd from the one that Jared mentioned.
I asked him. I'm like, dude, you had 40 yards this week. I'm like, there's no respect here.
There's there's also $6 million in his bank account because he's a 2nd-round draft pick.
Yeah, I remember I got his jersey on Christmas Day. I thought it was T.O. I was like, let's go. I got a T.O. jersey. I turn around, Jordan Matthews. I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
wait, Matt, should we send him the link where I got my AJ Brown jersey out of a Carson Wentz reject?
Yeah, I had my mom's Adams jersey was a Cook. After all was said and done, that didn't work out either. But they did do good with the name changing plates.
Yeah,
Need a
there's
little
this
help.
website out of Seattle. They'll do custom nameplate changing for you, and they'll sew it on for you too. So I got my Carson Wentz jersey from 2020 converted to an AJ Brown.
Oh.
smart.
So next year when Jones gets cut, right, and then the new quarterback comes in, I could go to them and then change my Jones jersey to Cam Ward.
Yeah, and if you know a good tailor, just order the plate. Even though it won't be Cam Ward, it'll probably be Sanders or Will Howard. But congratulations.
You got to hope they take 8.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
will.
Or it could be like some bottom feeder player, but still $25 for a nameplate. Who cares?
We don't have a lot of numbers left. Malik, we have to unretire number 1 for Malik.
Who is number 1?
Flaherty. I think it was from the 30s.
Did you guys see that the Browns offered a 2nd and 3rd round pick along with
for and plus Amari Cooper for Ayuk. But dude, I'm telling you right now, I think the Niners are going to come to regret paying that much money.
I would have taken that deal in a heartbeat.
I would have too. Amari Cooper would have been a nightmare in that offense because he doesn't need 15 catches. He needs 4. Cooper is disgusting. He can turn 3 catches into 110 yards on a touchdown.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right, gentlemen, that about wraps it up as Nate is frozen like ice right now.
-1.5 for the Giants.
He looks stoned.
Dude. Shout out to Boston College for Nate's Wi-Fi went out. All right. Shout out to Boston College for making my Labor Day weekend just amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Korner Booth Podcast. Shout out to our sponsors, candips.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off at checkout. If it doesn't work, DM us and we'll let you know. We'll find a new promo code for you. Some people have been having issues lately. We're working with candidates to fix that. Shout out SeatGeek, promo code BELLYUP Sports at $20 off your first initial purchase. And Righteous Felon, now available in Stop and Shop locations on the East Coast. Shout out to the boys for getting in. Promo code BELLYUP for 15% off at checkout. That is it. That is all, folks. We will see you guys on Thursday for the first ever of the season, NFL and college football 6-pack, week 2. It's going to be a fun time. That being said, gentlemen and ladies, thank you for stopping in. Check out our last live show on Thursday where we broke down everything. Shout out to Jay Smith for rolling through with us. Always a fun time having Jay. And we will see you guys Thursday. Peace out.
Love you guys.